Hey guys, it's me, Alia, and I'm making a video that's gonna be lit. But today, carving a pumpkin for you. But it's gonna be special because if y'all don't know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and if you've been following my vlogs or my Instagram or my Snapchat, y'all know that my mom had breast cancer in the past, and I was just like, you know, I'm gonna make a pumpkin. Y'all can follow me along at home. I got a spoon with holes in it. I got 3 different knives because I was like, I don't know what I need. Definitely need trash, pumpkin, definitely pumpkin. Okay, so I'm just gonna start with the cutting of the pumpkin. Yes! Ooh, yeah, look at all that. Look at all of this. Yummy. Isn't this yummy? Okay, so like I said, you'll definitely need trash, which if you just need to call me up, I'm white trash. I am done with the top. Look at this glory bowl. Look at it. I'm pretty sure when I picked up this pumpkin, I heard the rest of the pumpkin saying, "Oh no, not my dad, not my uncle, not my brother." Pretty sure that's what I heard. I know that's a corny joke, but I'm 100% sure. So now I'm going to take this spoon that has holes in it because it's holy. Oh, pumpkin seed. They're all free. Alright, here we go. Yummy. Yummy. You guys could start a pumpkin farm. I will start a pumpkin farm. Okay, so I have officially finished carving out the inside of the pumpkin. I'll show you here real quick. So now I plan to carve it with the breast cancer awareness sign, which is a ribbon. So I'll show you how I do it. Okay, hey guys, as you can see, pumpkin. Usually on a pumpkin there's like bad spots, so well, for me, I am going to actually carve on a good spot, because when you go through breast cancer, you're scarred. You have scars, you have bruises, you have all that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna leave all of these scars, bumps, bruises alone to show that, hey, it's a part of life. You're gonna go through this, and no one is perfect. So that's why I am going to use this side that looks all nice and clean. Well, kind of, but I'm just gonna use this side, and I'm taking a small knife. I'm taking a small knife, and I'm going to like trace the ribbon. Let me try and do this because I haven't done this in a while. I learned from my past breast cancer pumpkin making skills is that you want to leave at least 2, maybe 1 or 2 stuff up here so it can stick to the pumpkin, and 2 down here, and maybe like 1 or 2 on the sides, because last year I had to put toothpicks on the bottom and on the top to make it stick. So once again, I'm just going to trace. I'm not going to start cutting until I figure out where I want those connectors to be. Okay, Okay, so I know you probably cannot see it. Here, I'll zoom in so maybe you could see it. Here is one spot, like the line goes through, oh no, there. The line legitimately goes through this. It goes right here. But like I said, I have it dull just so it's an outline so I can figure out where I want to put the connections. Okay, so what I'm doing is we're going to be cutting out the middle part of this pumpkin, like the middle part of the ribbon, and we're also going to be cutting out the outside. Okay, so I'm gonna mark where I'm going to make the connectors because my connector is going to be here. So those places I will not cut across this line ever. I won't ever cut across. It will make more sense as we go. Here is like roads, and I'm gonna do that over here as well. So it'll also gonna make it right here, just so there's a place for connectors. Okay, so I have the connectors done. Good, my dudes. So anyway, now I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to not carve the outside or the inside of my little Let me show you in more detail. Okay, so it's literally right here on this line. You do not want to cut, and you do not want to cut on this line because this is going to connect the whole pumpkin together. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my little knife. I'm just going to start here, and I'm just going to kind of go little by little because I don't want to mess this up. And if you don't want to have connectors, that's 100% fine. But I know from my experience, I had to use toothpicks, which that's fine too. So now I have carved this. I want to carve the inside, but once again, without not crossing those lines. And make sure you're able to get the pumpkin parts out. I'm going to be really careful around these two prongs because you don't want to break those. Here's the first part. Alright. As you can see, I have successfully finished the carving of the pumpkin. These were the prongs I was talking about before. So the pumpkin, the symbol will stick to the pumpkin. And as you see at the very bottom, I didn't really try and cut these off so much. It's better to cut shorter or cut not as much than to cut excess, because then you can go in and fix it and be like, hey, no, this needs to be longer or shorter. I'm just gonna keep those the same length just because it's the bottom of the pumpkin, you really don't see it. And also what I've done is I have kind of trimmed on the inside where I cut. It won't look as pumpkin-y, it won't look as stringy when you put a candle in. And I also completely forgot about this next step. This step right here is completely optional. But I am gonna paint the pumpkin white and pink for the breast cancer awareness, because the ribbon is pink, and I'm just going to do the white as a border. I have 3 different brushes for this project of painting. So, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I paint all of it pink except for probably this part, because it's up on the, it's up, probably not, I'm not going to paint this part at all. I will probably even highlight that part. Start painting this pumpkin. back. Okay, y'all want to see how much destruction just happened? It's all over my camera. Look at my wall. It's like this wall is all white. The table, everything is basically white. Basically, like my camera is all white. Like y'all have no clue how white I am right now. Like white trash. I'm so lucky I caught you. And this is my finished pumpkin. My mom had a lumpectomy in her left breast, and now she has to have a prosthetic in her bra. And right now she's struggling really hard with it, with self-confidence, with how she looks, and she's afraid that when she goes outside, the prosthetic's not going to be in the right place, or someone's going to say, like, hey, your boobs aren't equal. You know, like they aren't the same size, they aren't in the same place. And women and men who have suffered from breast cancer or any kind of cancer try to cover that up as much as they can, which is kind of like the wounds on the pumpkin. You know, they're battle scars. They are legitimate battle scars, and we try our darndest to cover them up. And some of these I won't cover up. Like, I'll leave this back one here. Like, I'm gonna cover up most of it to say, hey, I know most of us, we try and hide our scars, but you can't do that to all of it. You can't hide every single scar. You can't hide every single struggle that you deal with. It's something to be proud of, to show people that, hey, you've gone through this battle, you've gone through it, and you've made it. Even though it's hard now, you've made it. And to those of you who have gone through it, I am very proud of you. Even if you had no one beside you, I am proud of you. Because when I see my mom struggling, I want to cry. Not just because she is crying, but just because if I went through that same thing, I don't know, I don't think I'd be able to do what she's doing. And I'm very proud and lucky to have her as a mother who keeps going even when life is down. And for those of you who've gone through the same struggle or know someone who's gone through the same struggle, I encourage you to keep on going. Even though you feel like you've lost the fight, keep on going. Just keep chugging that train and do whatever you do that makes you happy, because life, you only have one life. And you want to make it the best you can be, even through all the bad circumstances you've gone through.